The hidden secrets of the Acropolis. Beneath this glowing citadel of stone lies a mystery 2,500 years in the making. They say every stone atop the Acropolis tells a story, but one temple never spoke at all, built with unmatched precision, decorated with divine detail, and yet never used. Why? What purpose did it serve? If not worship, some archaeologists whisper about a hidden vault, buried deep beneath the Parthenon. A chamber untouched by time, perhaps filled with lost scrolls, royal offerings, or secrets the ancients took to their graves. And then there's the theft, the fire, the war. The Parthenon didn't survive untouched. It endured cannonballs, crusaders, and conquerors. Its sculptures vanished, some say stolen, others claim hidden. So what is the truth? Why was a temple left untouched? And what might still be buried beneath the bones of Athens? Let's uncover the hidden secrets of the Acropolis. To truly understand the Acropolis, we must go back 2,500 years, to a time when Athens wasn't just a city, it was an idea, a radical experiment in freedom, art, and power. The year is 447 BCE. The Persian Wars are over, the scars are still fresh, but Athens is rising. Pericles, a visionary statesman and the architect of Athenian greatness, dreamed of a citadel that would declare to the world, "Here stands the beating heart of civilization." He commissioned temples not just for worship, but for glory. He called upon the genius sculptor Phidias and the finest architects of the age, and together they gave birth to the Acropolis as we know it, a city of marble in the sky, crowned by the Parthenon, built to honor Athena, protector of Athens. But the Acropolis was more than a tribute to gods. It was a monument to democracy born in Athens, a fortress of philosophy, politics, and culture. Every carved frieze, every column, told a story of gods, of battles, of the very essence of being human. The Acropolis stood proudly through centuries of change. But empires rise and empires fall. When the Romans arrived, they respected its power, but left their mark. Temples were repurposed. Statues were removed. Then came the Byzantine era, and with it Christianity. The Parthenon became a church. Pagan gods were erased. The sculptures defaced or destroyed. But the true transformation came under Ottoman rule. The Parthenon was turned into a mosque. Minarets pierced the sky. And then in 1687, catastrophe struck. During a Venetian siege, a cannonball ignited Ottoman ammunition stored inside the Parthenon. In one brutal instant, centuries of beauty were reduced to rubble. Yet it still stood, a scarred but defiant survivor of war, religion, and time. In the 19th century, Lord Elgin removed many of its surviving sculptures, now in the British Museum, sparking a cultural debate that rages to this day. The Acropolis is not just a monument. It's a timeline etched in stone, a record of every hand that touched it, every faith that claimed it, and every soul who stood in awe of its magnificence. Perched high on a rocky plateau, the Acropolis was no ordinary construction. It was a statement in stone, an elevated sanctuary visible for miles, a place where architecture became poetry, and marble became immortal. This citadel, carefully planned and impossibly precise, housed multiple architectural masterpieces. The grand Parthenon, the graceful Erechtheion, and the delicate temple of Athena Nike, each one crafted with a unique purpose, each one a masterclass in design. The primary material, Pentelic marble, sourced from Mount Pentelicus, just outside Athens. This marble is no ordinary stone. It contains iron traces that reflect sunlight, giving the Acropolis a golden glow during sunrise, and a soft honeyed hue at sunset. The Parthenon, dedicated to Athena, was built using the Doric order, known for its powerful, simple columns. But what appears simple is astonishingly complex. There are no straight lines in the Parthenon. Every column bulges slightly in the middle, a design called entasis to counter optical illusions and appear perfectly straight from a distance. The platform on which it stands, the stylobate, is slightly curved, preventing water pooling and creating an illusion of flatness. Even the corner columns are thicker and closer together than the rest. Why? Because the ancients understood how human eyes perceive symmetry, and they engineered their temples to correct for it. Meanwhile, the Erechtheion, built on uneven ground, is famous for its caryatids, 6 elegant maidens carved as columns, each one slightly different, each one balanced in posture and grace. Their flowing robes seem to move, even in stone. And then there's the Temple of Athena Nike, a jewel box temple perched on the Acropolis's edge. It's tiny, yet perfect, honoring Athena as goddess of victory, and reminding Athenians of their triumphs against the Persians. At the heart of it all was Phidias, the artistic genius behind much of the sculpture work. He crafted friezes of mythical battles, gods in motion, and even the legendary Athena Parthenos, a 12-meter-tall statue inside the Parthenon, made of ivory and gold. Today it's lost to time, but in its day, it radiated divine awe, and the wonders didn't stop at beauty. The Acropolis was built without mortar. Each marble block was cut so precisely, it interlocked with the next like a puzzle, held together by balance and brilliance. Beneath it ran advanced drainage systems, designed to survive the harsh Mediterranean rains. Even the placement of doorways and columns aligned with solstices and sacred events. This was not just a collection of temples. It was an engineering marvel, built over 2,000 years ago, yet still standing, still teaching, still humbling. In every crack, every column, every calculated curve, the Acropolis whispers a truth. Perfection is not in the straight line, but in the soul of the stone. Long before the Acropolis became a symbol of architecture, it was a symbol of faith. Dedicated to Athena, the goddess of wisdom, war, and strategy, the Acropolis was the beating heart of ancient Athenian spiritual life. Legend says Athena won the city's favor by offering the first olive tree, a gift of peace and prosperity. In return, the Athenians built her a home in the sky. And they didn't just build temples. They celebrated her with song, procession, and devotion. Once every 4 years, during the Panathenaic festival, the city would come alive. A grand procession snaked through Athens, rising toward the Parthenon. Offerings were made. A specially woven robe, the peplos, was presented to the towering statue of Athena. This wasn't just religion. It was identity. To be Athenian was to belong to this sacred ritual. To walk the steps your ancestors walked. To look up at the Acropolis and know it watched over you. But the Acropolis wasn't only a religious site. It was the stage of civilization, a reflection of a society that dared to imagine equality, justice, and wisdom. Here, during Athens' golden age, democracy took its first real steps. It was under this marble crown that Socrates walked and questioned, where Plato dreamed, and Aristotle reasoned. As the philosopher Protagoras wrote, "Man is the measure of all things." And indeed, the Acropolis was built not just for gods, but for human greatness. Its beauty was meant to inspire virtue, balance, and civic pride. Over the centuries, this sacred hill found new meanings. Christianity turned temples into churches. Islam made them mosques. Writers like Lord Byron mourned its destruction. Artists painted it, poets praised it, and revolutions were sparked beneath its gaze. Even today, as democracy faces trials around the world, the Acropolis stands firm, not as a ruin of the past, but a reminder of what humanity can build when it believes in ideas bigger than itself. To walk among these stones is to walk through the soul of Western civilization. Before the Acropolis was stone, it was myth. Legend says two mighty gods, Poseidon, god of the sea, and Athena, goddess of wisdom, once clashed over who would become the patron deity of this land. To win the people's favor, Poseidon struck the earth with his trident. From the ground burst a saltwater spring, symbol of naval power. But then came Athena. She planted the first olive tree, a symbol of peace, nourishment, and enduring prosperity. The Athenians chose Athena, and the city was named in her honor. To this day, an ancient olive tree still grows beside the Erechtheion, believed to be from that very myth. And inside the temple, a mark in the stone floor where Poseidon's trident is said to have struck. Coincidence or divine sign? But mythology isn't the only mystery that lingers here. For centuries, whispers have spoken of a hidden vault beneath the Parthenon, a sealed chamber where priests may have hidden sacred scrolls, or perhaps treasures never meant to be found. Some claim they felt hollow ground beneath their feet. Others report strange echoes, unexplained drafts, or sealed passageways discovered, then mysteriously covered again. And then there are the missing marbles. In the early 19th century, Lord Elgin, a British ambassador, removed dozens of sculptures from the Parthenon, friezes, statues, and architectural details. He claimed he had permission from the Ottoman authorities. but many argue it was looting. Today, these artifacts, known as the Elgin Marbles, are displayed in the British Museum in London. And the debate continues. Should they be returned to Greece? Modern archaeologists have uncovered secret staircases, subterranean drains, and architectural inconsistencies that hint at deeper layers we still don't understand. Could more still be buried, untouched for thousands of years? Could the Parthenon still be hiding secrets, even with all we've studied, mapped, and excavated? There are places within the Acropolis we've never entered, questions we've never answered, and perhaps were never meant to. Was the Acropolis merely a monument, or was it a message left for future civilizations? Every year, more than 2 million people make the journey to the Acropolis. Some come for the history, some for the legends, and some simply to stand where civilization once began. At the foot of the hill lies the Acropolis Museum, a modern architectural marvel in its own right. Here, ancient statues, marble friezes, and even glass floors reveal archaeological excavations right beneath your feet. You can explore the story of the Parthenon, piece by piece, or pause to wonder at an empty plinth, its missing sculpture still held in London. Planning your visit, the best seasons are spring and early fall. The weather is perfect, the light is golden, and the crowds, smaller, more serene. But the Acropolis isn't just about ruins. It's surrounded by life. Just below the sacred rock lies Plaka, a neighborhood frozen in charm. Here, you can stroll through winding alleys, dine on traditional Greek cuisine, and listen to bouzouki music drifting through the air. Want the perfect photo? Climb to a rooftop cafe at sunset. Order a glass of local wine and watch as the Acropolis glows, bathed in golden light as the city hums below. Celebrities, historians, and dignitaries from around the world have walked these steps. Ongoing restoration projects ensure its preservation for generations to come. And in 1987, the Acropolis was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a treasure not just of Greece, but of humanity. Whether you're a dreamer, a scholar, or a traveler with a camera in hand, the Acropolis isn't just a place you see, it's a place you feel. If you stood atop the Acropolis today, would you feel power, peace, or simply awe? This isn't just a ruin, it's a reminder of what we once were, and what we still strive to be. Would you visit this cradle of civilization, to walk the same steps as Socrates, Pericles, and generations of dreamers? Do you believe all the secrets of the Acropolis have been revealed? Or could something still lie buried beneath its marble bones? We want to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. What would you do if you had 1 hour alone atop the Acropolis? And if this journey moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wonders of our world.